Good evening and welcome to Dave's Kitchen, a wonderful place to relax and have fun. I'm David Sponheim, enjoying another incredible meal. We're going to make 10 meals for 10 bucks. We're putting together a spicy organic beef chili. Let's take a look at the ingredients right out of the refrigerator. Reduced for quick sale. The Rainier Premium Organic Meat Company produced organic beef diced. And we got this pound package. Normally $6.99. We got it for $2 off, so that's $4.99. Moving on. This Hunt's container of whatever tomato sauce or pasta sauce you can get for $1. Just check around, it's available. Today I'm going to be, right now the total's up to $6. Little hot sauce, I'm not counting. Just any kind of hot sauce will do. I've got some peri peri sauce, which is really good. I picked that up for 25 cents. And this little combo is about $1. We get tomato sauce at Walmart, no salt, for 38 cents. And I went to a Kroger store and got this container for about 66 cents. So, or 62 cents. Whatever. That's another $1. So we're up to total of $7. Then I picked up this can of vegetarian Nally beans. It's vegetarian chili with beans. Only 1.5 grams of fat. Isn't that cool? That's always good because it adds a little store-bought to the whole thing. 49 cents on sale. It's up to $7.50. I got a whole corn kernel can. Yeah. This little guy came out before they actually stamped dates on here. This is pre-expiration time. So this is right around 2000 this came out. But it's still perfectly good. I'm going to drain it and rinse it. This Bush is reduced sodium black beans. I figure I can get that for about 75 cents, $1. So basically I included a $10 charge because I'm going to add some onions, 20 cents a piece, 2 large onions, and any other onion that's sitting around because this is essential. Onions are essential. Hey, hang on just a second. I got a problem here. I have to mute somebody. There you go. We should be broadcasting. We're pretty good. We're not seeing any dropout frames on our end. Yeah, you can get 20 cents for, oh yeah. Are you kidding me? You can pay 10 cents for an onion. You get Spanish onions. These are typically 38 to 58 cents a pound right now. So, hey, how you doing? Good to see you. I'm going to use 4 carrots. As you know, I cook a lot with carrots. I'm going to peel those carrots. And I've got a lot of celery I got to eat up. Now, celery is a really cheap alternative vegetable. And this stuff is like right on the edge. I mean, it's not wilted. But you can see it's a little bit brown. I'll show it to you. Hello. That has to be cut off, all that stuff. That has to be cut off. But the celery itself is good. All right. My coffee's getting ready here. Cool. It's not that bad. Relax. Okay. I'm going to get the burner going. This is a big container, and I'm going to hook it up to about a level 3 on my electric glass top stovetop. It's clean inside. I made sure it's clean inside, so we're all good there. Of course, I'll be doing some can opening today. Now, if you were to rehydrate these beans from scratch, it would soak for about a day. And you'd have to cook this entire meal for about 4 hours. But since you buy in the can, everything's all prepped, ready to go. So you only have to cook this meal for about an hour. All right, so let's start cutting some onions. You ready? Wait, whoa. This is non-GMO canned corn, and there is nutritive value in it. Yes. It came out before corn became GMO. This is year 2000, vintage corn. All right, so reserve your criticism for later. Right now, I got to get busy. As you know, I'm a master chef, which makes. You hear that jet back there? I'm going to do my typical quarter-inch slice. And that one little one that I wanted to get rid of. Come here. These are boiling onions. They're very cheap. If you have a hard time finding, you can get 3 pounds of these things for about $1.50 at any market. Called boiling onions. All right. We're gonna take a little olive oil. As you can see, I got that for $1.50. Pretty good deal. Put it in the hot pan. Once that pan is hot, it's hot. Go ahead and put them in there. A good splash. Now the key here is to get that pan nice and hot before you throw your onions and your beef on. I'm going to prep the beef. No, this is chili. Organic beef chili. All right. Some of you have a hard time with reality. I'll help you out. See that blood in that package? That's going in there. Yeah, I'm just going to cut the top off of that package. Let some of that blood get out of there. All right. Now you can marinate your meat a day in advance in kind of a vinegar base. Yeah, it's just dropping blood in there. Beef blood. No, this is not vegan. Okay. A nasty, bloody little thing there. Okay. All right. That looks like incredible meat. Wow. I don't think I've ever had such fine meat in my life. It's already pre-cut. Incredible. Okay, talk about protein. That's awesome. And when you buy older meat, this was reduced $2, but when you buy it, use my wooden spatula and move this around a little bit. I'm going to throw those onions in the pan. Okay? Hear the sizzle. There you go. All those onions go in there. Yeah. You can't lose with extra onions. You really can't. It's good for you. Chili, yes. And you know, I've got a lot of chili powder I've got to get rid of. Now you can take and you can use paprika on your meat. I'm going to put chili powder on here. This is a standard chili powder I picked up a while back, but it's just really kind of uneventful. It's not really spicy. For spice, we have our hot sauce. That's going to be really good. Okay, give it a little stir. And cover that pan up. Okay, I'm going to start. Actually peeling the carrots and cutting the celery now. No, there's no old meat smell. No, I'm sure that many of you know the smell of old meat. You don't want to, when it smells rotten, you don't want to eat it. Yeah. Okay. This could feed Uganda for $10. It's true. Considering most people in Uganda eat crumbs, yeah, I froze it as soon as it was brought to my house. It was past due meat, $2 off a pound of meat, $6.99 a pound, and it's actually like Angus beef. This is like Angus beef right here. It's that good. Yeah, Angus beef is aged meat. Have you ever aged your meat? Is your meat getting old? That's meat. That's beef. It's what's for dinner. This is peri peri sauce for 25 cents. Still good. Perfectly good. Chili powder. Yeah, isn't this fun? Well, let's just get into it, okay? Let's sink into it. I eat during the show, guess 941. Yeah. Now, I haven't shown you the best ingredients here, and I really think that you have to have green pepper. So I've got this humongous green pepper here. I'll be putting that entirely in the dinner. Make sure I have all my green peppers in order here. Okay. Now green peppers are kind of pricey right now. They're about $1. Yeah. Well, I would have a personal chef, you know that. Okay. I saw a little blemish on this green pepper. I'm going to cut that off. Okay, let's get started with some of the real nuts and bolts of cooking. The bread and butter, so to speak, is the peeling and cutting. I'm going to peel some carrots. Carrots will add a little sugar or sweetness to your meal. If you have no carrots and you want to add sweetness, you could always add a little of this stuff. It does have high fructose corn syrup, which is a GMO, which I don't recommend, but you know, you can use that. You kind of want to add something unique to your chili. A little vinegar might help. Hot sauce is always good. And the idea is to get these vegetables cooking ahead of time, but not too far ahead of time. I'm going to throw the meat in pretty fast here. Once that onion base is caramelized a little bit, but not overcooked. Just caramelized at the base. All right. Take the backs off of these carrots. Stack them up. Take the tops off the carrots. There we go. And just kind of dice them into small 1/4 inch pieces. Trying not to keep your fingers tucked whenever possible, preferably not underneath the knife. Now, as you know, I've never cut myself on any of my broadcast shows, unlike most of your professional cooks like Bobby Flay, who typically cuts himself every time he cooks, which I find rather funny. Okay, so this is, you're going to hear that sound. You got the smell of the beef already because I put some of the blood in there, you know. You know, that's going to require a little more oil, I think. So I'm going to put a little more oil in there. Another 2 tablespoons of olive oil. All right. I'm going to throw those carrots in. I just can't imagine how a professional cook could possibly cut themselves. I mean, either you know how to handle a knife or you should get off TV. So I'm calling him out. He's way too popular for what he offers. All right. Plus, I think he's had plastic surgery. But that's just me. All right, so let's talk about these peppers and how to cut them. You want to make sure they're fairly large, but diced. So full, you want to see the peppers in your meal. So you're going to go for, I'd say about a half-inch slice on these things. There you go. Thanks for coming to the cooking show, everybody. I'm more camp, yeah. I'm more, what do you mean, RuPaul? What are you talking about? I'm not a transgender. It's so funny. All right. Wooden spatula. Got to get the wooden spatula. Okay, those carrots are going to have to cook with the celery and the onions, so I'm going to get the celery in there before I put the peppers in. I'm going to kind of glaze all that stuff. Now I'm going to cut the celery. And push the green pepper aside here. Take off the back end of that celery because that is useless. It's gross. Anything that's gross too, like that, that's gross. But this is perfectly fine. Rinse it off with a little bit of filtered water. And I just found a little gross piece in there when I looked at it. See that? That looks a little gross. Okay, here we go. Oh, the tops. The tops are really gross. Cut that off of there. All right. Horse tartare. Almost. That pan's getting hot. I'm trying to get my veggies in so I can throw my meat in on top of my veggies. Now, people have been giving me a lot of crap over steam frying things. They say I'm boiling everything, which is just not true. I developed this concept of steam fry because it's incredibly good for preserving vitamins, and I have an ongoing argument with one of the viewers in our show about how this technique does preserve. Does it really?
Yeah,
onions. Onions really aromate. They're very aroma.
whenever you cook onions, I like that smell. It smells like
A restaurant.
yeah, restaurant. Ooh, and then I smell the celery. It's like a fresh. Yeah, celery. David is interesting in that celery and
Everything.
carrots and things that normally wouldn't have carrots in it.
Okay, so you can replace chili powder with paprika on the
I think
meat.
that's what I smell is this chili powder as well.
Well, actually, it's not. And then, of course, hot sauce is really essential. If you don't have any hot sauce, here the mic is over here. So.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, that's okay. It's my fault.
That's fine.
Remember when we first? Gosh, this was at least 2000. I made this jar.
You actually made that jar of little chilies,
This is a product you can get called chili sauce.
but that's not chili sauce.
No.
This is pickled chilies, right?
We bought a Christmas tree chili pepper plant, and I put vinegar in here about 15 years ago. I'm serious. And we made this like 15 years ago, and I haven't opened it since. But if you really get hard up for something spicy and you want to throw some chilies in, we got this as a backup.
But you're not using that tonight.
No, it's just too spicy. I think the hot sauce, I got the peri peri sauce I showed everybody for 25 cents.
Wow, that's cheap.
Yeah, really cheap. All right, so we're going to give that a little bit longer to glaze inside the pan. Nice red hot chili pan while I start opening up cans.
Food in a can last pretty long. It's the problem with food in a can sometimes is that you have to, if it bulges out, then it's no good.
Yeah. Okay, let's take a look at the can opening here. And you got the meat back here in the
The
background.
meat does look delicious.
This is a non-salt tomato sauce that I use. And like I said, I'm going to throw that in after the meat.
Unsalt tomato sauce, nice.
I've got a few old cans. I've got this Y2K pork and beans I'm going to throw in here because I really need to eat it up. But I picked up this vegetarian chili for 49 cents. Isn't that cool? That was about 3 years ago.
Wow.
So it came out of the cupboard. I'm trying to eat up the food that we had from 3 to 5 years ago, but we're really coming to the end of our Y2K food.
Yeah, I agree. David does not go by expiration dates.
No, in fact, the government's telling people not to use expiration dates.
Even some of them aren't posting expiration. Well,
Well, these are all good till like 2017, this one says.
Well, that's because
This
you
is
just
from
bought that
Y2K.
one.
That's from Y2K.
Yeah, that doesn't have a use by date.
Somebody said that this corn has no nutritive value at all. And this is pre-GMO corn.
Well, that's why they take corn and they usually grind it up
Yeah.
because of the.
Well, this is pre-GMO corn. I think it has nutritive value and it adds dimension to your chili, and it's a filler. It adds some starch. So I rinse it out so it doesn't. I rinse it out a couple times with filtered water. So if there is any kind of
David has much more cans in his home than this.
yeah, this isn't my food supply here. I'm just cooking today. Give it a little shake.
No, I could see it being everyone's can, like every can in someone else's home.
Oh, and we didn't feed the betta fish. We always do that. Where's my betta? Hiding.
Somewhere.
Oh, it's way back up in here. Up inside. I think it's zoning out. I think it.
It's too hot.
There it is. Yeah, it was kind of like in its sleep. It was napping. I'm going to feed this betta fish.
There is a little bit of algae growing in it, but David filtered this water like 2 weeks ago. Fresh water in, and
Only takes 1 or 2 pellets. That should be enough.
the fish's stomach is as big as its.
Yeah. I almost overfed it because when I put my wet finger in there, it pulled up all these other pellets. Now that fish is going to be a happy fish, I'm sure. Okay, back to the cooking process. That meat is ready to go in, guys. So before the green peppers and before the garlic, and I've got some garlic I'm going to add to this dish too. I'm going to give a stir in here.
Let me show people.
That's okay, you can lift that.
I'll try. Lift it up.
I'm going to lift the whole thing a bit. Ta-da. Take that temperature on that pan up to, say, 5.
It is a big pot. It's a lobster pot.
Yeah. And what I do is I usually follow me over here, and I usually take a little water, just a little bit, and catch all the base of that, and then follow it over here. Throw a little water in there. Thus, the steam fry. Press it against the base, cover that thing up, and I'll show you what it looks like inside. Okay. That's going to get hot, very hot now. I'm going to let that cook, and I'm going to continue opening up cans. Tomato sauces are really essential here.
Because all these cans open.
Yeah. And, eating up old food like the Y2K thing is really
Time Pilot.
really one of those things that only I would do. Most people would throw those cans out. But because I live very conservatively and I'm a very frugal guy, I'm not going to waste food.
Thanks, 443.
This meal would actually make enough food for 10 people. Now you can serve bread with this. It's really pretty good. Somebody said, are you going to make cornbread with this? I would love to make cornbread, but I really don't have a good recipe, and that's more of Sarah's expertise.
I should be making cornbread, and I'm going to say no.
Yes.
Because it's good to say no. But also, I'm going to say no because it's too darn hot to turn on the oven.
I know. And that's why making a chili in the summertime is a tradition in my family. Because when you say chili, you automatically start feeling cooler.
There you go. I'm going to put this over there.
And I'm going to lick this lycopene off of there. All right.
No, I've never thought about having my own cooking. Well, actually, I thought about it today. 'Cause
You want to do a cooking show?
no.
Well, you could. I mean, you'd be a
You want
great
me to put
baker.
this over here?
Yeah, set it right there where the can is. Right there. Okay, cool. Okay, so we're lined up. We haven't opened one can yet. I have one
I
more can.
suppose I could, but I've never tried it 443.
I've got some garlic I'm going to add to this meal. This is grown in our garlic garden. As you can see, it's not like regular garlic. It's even more concentrated than regular garlic. And it's incredible. So I'm going to show you how the garlic works. You guys have been looking at the way I make garlic in the past.
Okay, you have to remove something.
No, I got it.
Alright, I'll let you cook.
Yeah, I'm the cooking expert.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, thank you. All right, everybody, how are you? You're going to use that? No, I don't think so. I'm almost done. Yeah, we're just kind of rapidly coming to a head here. The garlic, use the technique I showed you last week, which is just give it a little pound on those cloves. Now you can put all the garlic you want in this dish. Some people add, one of the secrets I'm going to give you in a second to my special chili is, like I said, I make it a little different. You can add vinegar or a lemon juice. Pretty good. Lemon juice is amazing. I'm going to show you how to do that in just a bit. I have some concentrated lemon juice that I use. Okay, I'm going to pull that garlic off the shell. Oh no! Nothing goes to waste. Let me rinse that off. Okay. Obviously, making food is something that really can take a lot of your time. So if you're kind of pressed for time, I don't think I want cat hair in the food. Thank you. If you're pressed for time, you definitely want to just get something out of the freezer. Okay, I'm going to go ahead, because that level 5 is really caramelizing that meat right now. I'm going to open this up. Look at that. I'm going to give it a stir so it doesn't stick in the bottom. Move it all around, cover it back up. I'm about ready to throw all the ingredients in. And once we do that, the show's pretty much over. All we have to do is simmer it on the stove on level simmer for 45 minutes to an hour, and you've got dinner. It's that simple. Chilies are some of the easiest things in the world to make. So that's been kind of a tradition in my family on a hot day to make a chili. Throughout my childhood, my mother would make a chili. But you know, back in the day when I grew up in the 60s, meat was like $1 a pound. So you could easily make a lot of meat. 1 pound of chili was barely enough to cover a meal. I remember my mother would buy 3 to 4 pounds of beef for a chili. So I'm kind of going light on that right now. Hold on just a second. I got too many viewers, I can't even keep up. Wow. We are reaching out to over 1 million people every night, as you know. The beans are going. They're going in there. And when people come in the show, they don't realize what I'm up to. I'm working on a variety of techniques to break through the social, the censorship, essentially, that has been plaguing our nation. And one of the problems we've had in the past is everybody who thinks like a cog in a wheel doesn't see the unique benefit of a person who is as creative as myself. Okay, here we go. Man, that meat is ready to go. Okay. Now, as you know, there's no salt in this dish yet, but there's secondary salt in all these ingredients, like the beans. Yeah, so we're going to do a lot of secondary salt in this meal. But first and foremost, I'm going to add Italian seasoning. Throw about a teaspoon or so of Italian seasoning in this. There we go. That really adds the oregano and adds all the good quality ingredients that make it have an Italian flavor, you know? Even though we're going for kind of a Tex-Mex kind of flavor with the hot sauce. But throw those green peppers in that dish right now. Beautiful. And then take that hot sauce and just give it about 3 tablespoons. That's probably enough heat for this dish. All right, now all your ingredients go on top of that. So I'm going to start with my tomatoes, can of diced tomatoes. Get a little rinse, get every drop of it out of there. I'm going to put the reduced sodium black beans. That juice in the black beans can go in there with it. That's perfectly fine. And then I've got a vegetarian Nally chili that I picked up that's already out of the can. I'm just going to add it for flavor. 49 cents for that guy. And that has some beef in it too. Or turkey, something like, I think it's turkey meat. Yeah. Oh, no, it's vegetarian. Sorry. All right. Then I'm going to throw my tomato sauces in. Okay. And like I said, take a little bit of rinse out of there. With filtered water. And back and forth, back and forth. Right in there. Okay. Whatever that bean chili was, I threw it in because frankly it doesn't matter. When it all comes out, it tastes great. All right, I'm going to put the corn from the Y2K in there because I know you guys really give me a lot of crap for that. Y2K corn. Of course, fresh is better. And I don't rinse the can in that. And I really need to eat this pork and beans. That's from Y2K too. It's getting tiresome to, pull out of the cupboard and be down to your last Y2K supplies. Smells like pork and beans. Yeah. Now, if you really want to do what is called a colon blow, one of our chatters brought this up just now in our chat show. Yeah. Yeah, this does have a date on it. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? The expiration date. Here we go. June 2001. Yeah, baby. Stick it in there. Smells like pork and beans. You don't have to use the rinse can on that one either. Okay. Is that not the best? Who in the world is cooking with pork and beans? And again, you can use ketchup if all else fails. Who in the world is cooking with old Y2K pork and beans? David is. Okay, that's level 5, so I'm going to give it a little bit of a turn. Looks like monkey puke. No, I'm kidding. No, it looks really good. Okay, give it a little turn, but don't stir it too much. Keep that meat down at the bottom so it comes up through there. All right. Top it off with a little chili powder. I've got to get rid of this chili powder, so I'm using it like crazy. But if you really want to do a thing called a colon blow, you want to add a little cayenne. This stuff, this African cayenne, oh yeah. That'll get you going. Oh yeah. So I'm not going to put that in there because I'm really not into the colon blow thing. But yeah, that'll send you to the next dimension. All right, we just made 10 meals for $10. Wasn't that easy? Let that, drop it down to a simmer. See that? It's not going to burn that way. You can't really see it. It's on simmer. And that's it. Yes. Isn't that cool? One of the easiest shows we've ever had. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for coming in and watching our cooking show tonight. Archive. You are in Dave's garden. kitchen. Dave's Garden Kitchen. We've got green peppers growing here. We got a betta fish growing somewhere in there, eating its food. We got succulents. I'll raise the curtain here. We collect blue glass sometimes, so we like to get blue glass in there. Cool. So Dave's Garden Kitchen. Thank you so much for watching the show, and we are going to enjoy this because we can heat this up anytime, this dish. And all you have to do is grab a ladle and throw it in the microwave for 1 minute, and you've got dinner. All right. Thanks so much for coming in, everybody. We'll be now signing off and going to the, oh, that's the picture of my swim spa in the other room there. Going into the other room and starting up the pre-show. So we'll get ready for our full Technology Thursday show. But thanks for watching our cooking show tonight. Yeah. Well, I'm going to put it on simmer, 10 meals for $10. All right. Thanks, everyone. We will ask you to refresh in just a second.